The Ride Along with Vanessa Morning Show special New Year's Eve episode starts now. This week's episode is sponsored by Dollhouse of Tampa Salon and Studio. Find your inner doll. They offer quick weave, sew-ins, and much, much more to fit every occasion. Need a wig? Selena's got you. She will customize a unit just for you. Book your next appointment on Booksy today. Did someone say nails? Honey, forget the Bayhive. Contact Queen Bee herself. She offers customized designer nails and even designer press-ons that she will customize and ship to you. Braids, and even twists. Book with Tiffany right on Facebook. Find your inner doll at Dollhouse Tampa Salon and Studio. Tampa. This week's episode is sponsored by Hustle and Bling. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling. Lovely paparazzi designer pieces for only $5. That's right, $5. And don't worry about it if the kid gets in the jewelry box. They're only $5. Make sure you catch Allison Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays live on Instagram and Facebook, promoting some of these wonderful fashion fixes that you'll enjoy. And if you miss it, check out the website. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that bling. Hustle and Bling. Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started. Hello everyone. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa Morning Show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service. Raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. It's a brand new season. We're in a brand new city. And guess what? Everything is going your way. You guys ready? Let's go! You. My. Wow. Okay. What a day. It has been already. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. And I'm so excited to be coming to you guys. We had some technical issues. We weren't able to air at our original scheduled time, so we had to push everything out, rearrange some things, but we are back live and in effect, and I'm so happy that things are finally going my way. How are you guys doing? Okay, so you saw the intro. We had a lot of things happen since we did the 11/11 episode. We moved to a new city. Everything's all new. We have a new ride along mobile. Everything is just going great. And let me turn this car off. Is it off? Yeah, now it's off. Okay, so
I'm at my spot. I've made it to the beach by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I'm serious, but I am so excited. And so let me just make sure that everything is streaming properly. Oh, yes, I see. Yes. Hello, social media world. Hello, co-host. Hello. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for sharing this episode. It is a special broadcast. We're streaming to like 6 platforms. We're actually streaming live on LinkedIn. So hello, LinkedIn followers. Hello. And we're streaming on the Stay in Love TV app. We're streaming on Stay in Love TV, of course, and all of the Facebook pages. So we're so excited. All right, let me calm down because it finally worked. I'm telling you, this morning was just, it was interesting, quite interesting. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service, raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher in the dimensions of God. I am just, woo! Okay, all right. You know, it's nothing like a little pressure. I'm telling you, if you guys had saw me at 8 o'clock this morning, I'm telling you, it was not a good sight. I'm serious because, nothing like a little pressure to squeeze out that last bit of whatever that is that needs to be uprooted out of your life out. And it did it. So I'm so grateful. So thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. So guys, yes, thank you. So as I was sharing earlier, we have moved to a new city. We have a new home. We have a new ride along mobile. We have a new location city. We're here at Gulfport, Mississippi, Gulfport Beach. I actually able to move back home to my family and move back to a new city where everything is all new. And I'm so excited. And this is a word for some of you that there is newness in the air. There is newness. It's actually raining. It was storming here like 20 minutes ago. There's newness in your life that's happening for you, not to you, but for you. And I'm so grateful to be able to bring this word to you. Let me, oh, yes, of course. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm online here. Okay, great. But yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting morning. It's been an interesting morning, but I'm so glad that I'm here and I'm able to bring this word to you guys. So let me find my notes here. But yeah, new city, new ride along Mobile, new home, better home. Yes. So you're moving to new and better. Yes, you are. You are moving to new and better. So yeah, I think you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes. Hello, social media world. Hello, Facebook world. My first pit stop, Facebook, when I started. So thank you so much. 10 years. You know, I started Stay in Love Motivations in 2012. It's 2022, and it's been 10 years. And in 10 years, so much has changed. So let this be a sign of encouragement to you that it won't take long. It didn't even feel like 10 years. I mean, all the experiences and stuff that I was going through and everything, but I'm here and I'm in a better state, a better place. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Understanding the shift, right? I experienced multiple shifts in my life, but I didn't know. I was just trying to survive, honey, and trying to understand what the heck was going on in my life. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So we are actually live and popping here, and I'm so grateful. Now I just got to find, and I know my notes here. Where are you? Where is it? I put it in here. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So much is going on. Hot dog, you need to wake up. It's raining and he's so depressed. He gets depressed because he knows he can't frolic like a puppy. But come on, earn your keep, buddy. It's New Year's Eve. Come on. So this is Hot Dog. Say hello, Hot Dog. Say hello. You gonna say hello? Are you? Wake up. Wake up. Say hello to everybody. Say Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yay. Yay. Hello. So I took him to the groomers yesterday. He got a haircut so that, I could clean the house and everything. So I won't be shedding everywhere. Yes, you are so cute. Yes, you are. Don't be looking at me like that. He's mad. He's mad because I woke him up and it's raining. Yeah. So hello, Gretchen. Hello, Gretchen. Hello. Gretchen says hello, Hot Dog. She says hello. That's right. He's looking out. He's looking out the window. He's like so upset because it's raining. But I'm grateful. So how are you guys doing? Okay, fantastic. Okay, so again, all new. I mean, that move, I'm telling you, the move that I experienced was the most stressful, the most stressful. And I was working, and even though, I mean, when you're in tech, you don't really take days off. I mean, very, very rarely will you get like multiple days off, right? So I'm driving to Mississippi, car loaded. They had to ship the shipping container with my stuff. Just so much going on. And I'm on calls. I mean, I'm grateful. I got good problems. Okay. I got good problems, but it was an interesting experience, and I know that next time it's going to be a little bit more organized because I'm telling you, it was something, but I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay. Okay. So we've got a lot of things happening, and we're looking to return for the new season for Stay in Love TV and all of the episodes and the shows and stuff. We're looking to come back. I've been really thinking about it, and my spirit is telling me to come back in the spring, because that's actually the official new year. So I'm thinking of doing it then instead of February. But we are going to have some special episodes. I know we're going to have a Valentine's Day episode for sure, for certain, and then probably launch in the spring. So, that's just still up in the air, but that's tentative. But, that's probably what we're going to be doing. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, I, I this year can we just reminisce a little bit? This year, I mean, this time last year, I was in Florida. We were doing the New Year's Eve episode, and it was New Year's Eve. And I'm thinking about that. I'm like, last year it was New Year's Eve. The year before in 2020, it was New Year's Day, right? Now it's the day before New Year's Eve. So are we going back in time? Usually it moves forward. Very interesting. I don't know if that's happening. Yeah, that's happening for everybody. So globally, we're going backwards a little bit. We're shifting a little bit. Hmm. Are we retracing our steps to make sure that, everything's cleared up before we launch forward? I don't know. But that dawned on me this morning. I'm like, wait a minute. This is the day before New Year's Eve. Last year was New Year's Eve. And 2020, we all know when everything popped off, it was New Year's Day. So it's actually going backwards, but we're going forwards. Wow. Okay. So we launched Stay in Love TV this year, and very proud about it. I mean, a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of cash, but it happened, and it's here, So it's a dream come true for me. I wanted to provide a network, that functioned as a distributor of purposeful content, right? There's so much out there. There's so much noise out there. And I really wanted to have a network, a platform for people to be able to position themselves, the people who are driven by love, right? If you're driven by love and not money, because money ain't real, right? It's an energy. So if you're driven by love, you actually draw in all that wonderful energy that you need in order to exist and be victorious in this earth plane, right? So that's why I wanted my own network, because I had the chance to witness and be around certain people and stuff, and no hate, but it's just not my vibe, man. And I wanted to have something where it was just baptized in love, and a place where we could share content and leave artifacts for those who are seeking love and not all this material stuff, right? It's great to have material stuff. Don't get me wrong, because anybody tell you money don't make you happy ain't never had any. Okay, but we have to make sure that keep everything in perspective, right? So I wanted to do that, to inspire and enlighten, encourage, and empower those who are watching. And I want to have a platform for content creators who are driven by the same. So if you're interested, go to www.stayinlovetv.com and schedule a consult. And we'll get with you and we'll show you all the wonderful value that we can bring to you for a monthly subscription fee. Minimal, small monthly subscription fee. So if you know any content creators, generators who are operating on certain platforms, who are paying at the yin yang for the same type of products and service, but I provide more, of course, because of my experience and everything and know-how, and it's a better platform. Then share the website so they can schedule consult with me. All right, enough of that plugging. Okay. Everything is coming new for you. All right. Everything is coming new. How do I know this? Because I'm experiencing new, right? I'm experiencing new since 2020. 2 years. 2 years. Okay. 2 years. 2020. Everything popped up. Everything. So everything is coming new for you. The last 2 years have been very important. So if you've been putting in the work and sowing those seeds and putting that energy and changing your internal programming, yeah, we're gonna look. Thank you, Spirit. Good day, Spirit. Good day, Cozy. Good day, Reverend Ike. Good day, Dolores Cannon. Good day, Stuart Wild. And I also have been listening to Dr. Dispenza. And yeah, so if you've been doing all that, then come to spring. You should be feeling the energies right now, right? You're going to start feeling that things are starting to lighten up and things are starting to move forward for you. And if not, make no mistake, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. And we're going to talk about that today. So now that you guys have done the intro and I've done everything, when we come back, we're going to be talking about understanding the shift. Understanding the shift and recognizing when your world has changed. So you need to see, when you recognize that your world has changed, then you can actually align with that new world. So we're going to be talking about that. So let me just pull this up and pay some bills around here. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about understanding the shift. Stay tuned.
The Stay in Love TV podcast is here. Enjoy topics that will inspire, encourage, and empower you. Why not listen together? Stay in Love TV, now on Spotify.
That's right. That's right. Stay in Love podcast. That's right. We got a podcast, baby. Stay in Love TV podcast. Now streaming on Spotify. And then that's one of the wonderful packages and benefits to being a part of this network. You get to be a part of that your own our Stay in Love TV podcast, so you get to stream also on Spotify. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about, let me find my little banner here, understanding the shift, knowing when your world has changed. Is that, no, this is the one. Scripture highlight, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 15 to 17. And I've been using the Message translation for the whole, since I launched, so I'm sticking with it. But it says, our firm decision is to work from this focus center. One man died for everyone. That puts everyone in the same boat. He included everyone in his death so that everyone could also be included in his life. A resurrection life, a far better life than people ever lived on their own. I'm going to say that again. Our firm decision is to work from this focus center. So you need to decide you're going to work from this center. One man died for everyone. That puts everyone in the same boat. He included everyone in his death so that everyone could also be included in his life, his resurrection life, a far better life than people ever lived on their own. Now, some of you are familiar with this version. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. It's a new day for you. Can you feel it, y'all? Can y'all feel the newness in the air? I mean, this is just a marker. When, say the end of the year, New Year's, this is just a marker. But we all know, I mean, everybody celebrates the new year different. I celebrate it, in the spring, actually, in April, and actually in Aries season. That's the new year for me. But can you feel the newness, the shiftness that's occurred in your life? See, here's the thing, and it's something I know for sure. When it comes time, I know the sign. When it's time for you to shift internally, you know it. You know it's happening. You know that it's time to do certain things. Internally, you know it. And if you're afraid, you'll be resistant to it. But let me tell you something. If you have been sending out that energy, we've been talking about this a whole 2 years. You've been sending out that energy, creating that new world for you. It's drawing you. Okay. It's going to draw you because you are a magnet. So if you're being resistant to the change, the shift that is happening in your life, it's going to drag you. If you're not aligning with it, if you're not choosing to go with the flow of it, it's going to draw you. It's going to kicking and screaming for some of us. And then because you put so much energy out there that right where you are presently, you're no longer here. So it makes no sense. So you're out of alignment. You're disaligned. You're misaligned from here. So it's going to draw you to that new world that you have created for yourself energetically. Now, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever it is. Let me take this hat off because I'm getting good, bad, ugly, indifferent. It's going to draw you, right? And you're going to see when you start to comply with where spirit is trying to get you to, then the flow and the momentum gets easier. The waters get smoother. Because remember, you're on a boat of a new creation. So if you're being resistant to it, if you're going against it, you're going to create all these rough waters in your life. But if you're going with the flow, then you're going to just float to your new life. That took me a long time to understand that. When the shift occurred in my life, because I was so resistant. Because internally, I don't like change. Do we really like change? No, because I didn't know. I wasn't able to recognize what was happening energetically, right? We're always creating stuff energetically, always, because we are creators. We're co-creators. We come from a creative source. So we're always creating something. So if you are speaking, feeling, vibing, affirming, visualizing, everything, we're always doing that, right? If you're not in control of that, you'll find that your life is out of whack. One thing after another, boom, bouncing back and forth, boom, up and down, back and forth, left and right, constantly. But if you are able to take your power back, see, and you get behind the wheel of your life and you start controlling where you're going, what you're looking at, what you're focused on, then you will find that you will be on a smooth road. Your journey will become smoother until you get to your destination, called that world you created for yourself. Now, if you ain't been creating none, then you're going to be operating, living by default. And for so many years, that's what I did. Live by default. Didn't know what was going on. Praying and fasting and speaking in tongues. Didn't matter. Why? Because internally, I was operating as God, but I wasn't in God. See what I'm saying? Because that's where I come from. So when you finally get that in harmony, when you start operating in God, as God, with God, for God, then your life will become a rhythmic flow of creation. If not, it's going to be in disharmony. It's going to be disruptive. It's going to be disorganized. So when I started this in 2012. I didn't know this. I knew I was just getting turned on to meditation and visualizing and all that because I just got turned on to it. So I was very excited about it. But I didn't know as much as I know now. So when all of these disruptions started happening in my life, I'm thinking I'm doing something wrong. But no, I was actually doing something right. I was just not in harmony with Vanessa. So in 2016, when I realized that I did have to be in harmony with myself, with my mind, my will, and my emotion, that my soul thing. Hey, Pastor Carlins. When I realized that I had to get my soul right, then that was also another shift that occurred in my life. So in 2012, a shift happened and I launched Stay in Love Motivations and started streaming from a rooming house. 2016, I experienced another shift where I finally found that missing piece about the soul transformation, and I need to start transforming my soul by getting in a line. That's when I really took a deep dive into meditation and visualization, and I started attracting all these great authors and mentors and stuff, and conversations with God and all of this, and just started Abraham Hicks, all this. I started, and it was because, my loves, I was being drawn. That future version of me, that better version of me that I had tapped into, that I knocked on the door. And all I said was, I want a better life. I want a new life, God. I'm tired of the life I'm living. I don't want to live like this anymore. That's all you got to say. And guess what? That future version of you going to say, I hear a calling. And it starts putting in position these little clues and experiences to draw me. Now, I realized that as I started to yield to it and to comply with what was happening in my life instead of being resistant to it, things just began to work out for me. And that's when I was turned on to, and I attracted the Friday song. So we're going to do a Friday song right now. It's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday. Yay! Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going your way. Things are going your way. And today is your day. And today is my day. Yeah. 2017, I started going live, just sharing. And I attracted that song. That was another shift. Because I was aligning with that new, better version called Vanessa. Because that was a future version of me. Because all I said was back in 2012 was, I'm tired of my life. I don't want to be like this no more. I want a new life. And some of you, it's all you, some of y'all need to say, but you need to be prepared now because you got to consider the cost. Because that cost me something. It cost me saying goodbye to all that old stuff that no longer served me. It cost me saying goodbye and leaving things behind, people, places, and things that weren't aligned with that future version of me. I had to walk away from all of that, my loves. I didn't understand the shift that was happening, but internally, I knew that it was going to be the best thing for me. So, 2017, December 2017, I experienced another shift. And I'd been doing a lot of contract work and for 20 years, being a contractor. Couldn't keep a job, contract would end, didn't understand what was going on, homeless, lost, everything. Everything was happening, right? But 2017 happened, I experienced another shift. And it was because, I know it. It was because in 2017, I answered the call and started going live. I just started going live on Facebook, just a little bit here and there. And then I started attracting these people because this desire was awakening in me. I want to have a location. I want to do that. So I attracted this guy, Byron, who's a photographer, took me some shots, my first headshots and everything. And then I had a location. That's when I was doing Sunday Sailor. And, I attracted this new little cottage I was staying in because I found it and I took a picture of it like a year before, right? And a year later, I was living in it. So I started realizing that things were working and clicking. And I started realizing just how magical I was, right? So I started doing all this 2017. So 2018 rolled around, still doing my thing, going live, driving back and forth to Tampa, crazy. But I was doing it, right? I was faithful. I was doing it. 2018, I experienced another shift. Well, I was shown, I got a glimpse of something better for me, right? It was New Year's Eve. 2018 happened. Great. Rolled into 2019. July 2019. Things fell apart. I had to leave my little cottage. So for the summer and fall, for the fall of 2019, I was on lockdown. I had to walk away from all my stuff, pack up my little car, move back into my rooming house. But I kept doing it. I wasn't going live, but I was preparing. It was like something in me. I know what it was. It was me, my future me. I was editing clips and putting snippets out there and just posting and sharing. I was living in my old room, posting and sharing, right? Doing what I could do. Put out a whole season of restreams, reclips, whole season. And then the winter, Christmas season, Thanksgiving, I was sick, really sick. But before that, this is what I got to backtrack. Before that, I was meditating really, really hard. I was meditating and doing my editing clips just to keep myself busy because I felt like I was stuck, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? So I kept doing what I could do, keeping myself energetically at a vibration where I was creating something in the future, I thought. I was still sowing my seeds. 2019, New Year's Eve, I died. I was sick. I was in the emergency room, and I know that what happened was a major shift that happened. That old version of me died. It really did. And I experienced an upload of Vanessa 2.0 consciousness. I know this is deep, but that's where we going, okay? This is where I am. And this is why I have to share with you guys. I uploaded Vanessa 2.0, 3.0, whatever you want to call it. I uploaded new consciousness. Why? Because I have been meditating, reprogramming myself. So when you reprogram yourself, you're going to upload a new form of consciousness, Christ consciousness. So that old version of me had to die. So I went through a scenario and experience of me being in the emergency room, dying, right? I was there. And when I went to sleep and when I woke up, I had a new consciousness. When I walked out of that hospital, New Year's Day, 2020, it was a new world for me. I experienced another major shift. So we're talking about understanding the shift. See, you need to understand, get underneath what is happening in your life. A shift is happening in your life. Why? Because of what you've been contributing to that outcome. It must happen. Must. Not will and well, if. It must happen. So you need to put on your big girl panties, strap up them boots, because a shift is happening in your life. But it's all good, baby, because finally, your new consciousness is being uploaded to you. Are you ready? Well, you better be. That's when you know when you are ready. I mean, I that day, within 30 days, things had changed for me. Within 3 weeks, I had another job working for the company I'm working at now. Been promoted twice since then. Everything that you have been visualizing and affirming for the last 2 years, it requires a new way of thinking, a new level of consciousness for you to exist and stay there. Why? Because Spirit wants you to stay there this time. It's going to stick this time, baby. All that back and forth, no more, baby. See, that version of you, that belonged to that person because that person had to go through that. Why? Because that person is a survival you. That's the survivor. You know, now this new consciousness is the thriver. You will thrive now, baby, because of your new consciousness. It has to happen. Now, I hope and wish for you that you're vibing with what I'm trying to put out here. Your new level of consciousness is happening, and you will know it. See, I felt like I was dying because I was. And when it happened, see, you're going to go through a phase of stabilization, they call it. So when I walked out of the emergency room, my parents took me out because I was sick. My body was, but I was on my road of restoration. And things began to stabilize. All the disruption, all the chaos, everything that I experienced those last few years, 2019, it was just all of it. I had to put closure to all of it. My husband died, all of that. All that happened. I had to put closure to all that. And things began to stabilize for me. And I got to go back a little bit. I remember right before I went, I wasn't sure if I had done everything that I needed to do, right? And God will send you messengers. Make no mistake, He's going to send you some messengers to give you a sign, to give you a word. And it was this astrologer, Psychic Sounds by B. She's on YouTube. And she was talking about how the timelines are shifting. We're going to talk about that next season. And what she was sharing with me was resonating with my spirit. I was like, is that what's been going on? And I was like, is that why I had to make the decisions that I made? Because if not, you're going to be stuck on that same timeline. So if you have made those decisions to walk away from things that no longer serve you, and you know what I'm talking about, 20 years in love with a married man, what kind of shit is that? But when I finally said no, done with that, I was emotionally in love with this person. Nothing ever happened physically. Thank you, Jesus. I said, no, this isn't good for me. I'm done with this. And it all started because I started to begin to love myself more. You know, and it's all about love, baby. But when that happened, I was like, wow, okay. And that's when I knew that I made the right decision. And that's when I knew that I was on a different timeline. Because I began to see externally, things began to be different for me. I saw love and kindness and favor. February 1st, 2020. New job, new place. I was like, wow, I didn't miss a beat. I just had to go through that to get rid of all that, to allow my consciousness to be uploaded so that I can exist here. on this timeline. So understanding the shift that's happening in your life, when you having these experiences, you need to be realize, open up, turn on your realize. You need to turn on your realize so that you can see what's going on. And you'll be able to recognize, you'll be like, wait a minute, something different. You're different. Your consciousness is different, right? And when that shift happens, you're going to know it. Now, 2018, 2019, 2020. 2020 happened. Got started streaming on a network. I had done that before. I was on TV now. So I got exposure and experience with that. 2021. Got my bearings. Got used to it. Because see, I'd already, everything that the survivor Vanessa had done had equipped me to exist for the thriver Vanessa to continue on for this season of my life. New Year's Eve 2021 episode was Time to Separate. I knew. See, here's the thing. When you finally allow and adopt that new consciousness that you have been uploaded to you, you'll start to be more sensitive and to be able to recognize the winds of change that are happening in your life. It requires that. That survivor version can't, it'll break the rules. But when you get that new version of you, of that new consciousness of being uploaded to you, then you'll be able to exist in this new timeline, this new world that you created for yourself because of the shift that's happened for you, right? I knew it was time to separate. I knew it was time for me to leave. So when I left, I didn't know. I left the network. I knew I was going to do something, but I didn't know, right? I attracted this opportunity to have my own network. And I looked at it, I'm like, shoot, I can afford that. Now the survivor Vanessa wouldn't have been able to afford it. Why? Because I would have broke the rules somehow. But the new version, Vanessa, because of my consciousness, my way of thinking. Why? Because of all that work that the survivor Vanessa was doing, visualizing, affirming, meditating, saying goodbye to people, places, and things that no longer serve me. Walked away from that. See, I was yielding to the flow of my life. I was aligning with that future version, that future state. So I was like, I can do that. I'm doing it. So I stepped out, got out of the boat, and started walking. And the more I was out there, the more confident I became. Now, when you finally walk away from those people, places, and things that are no longer serving you, and you recognize the shift that's happening in your life, and you take those risks, those calculated risks, take those risks, you begin to attract new people, places, and things and experiences where the thriver version of you will not fail you. Now, it's New Year's Eve. It'll be New Year's Eve tomorrow. And I'm sharing with you guys, back in 2020, we were talking about the energies and all that. The energies are shifting signs. So the signs are shifting from Capricorn, Aquarius, and going into Pisces. There'll be a few more, but the major one, Saturn, the one that's restrictive and wants to mature you and grow you up, is shifting from Aquarius to Pisces. So as a collective, globally, it's shifting to Pisces. And what's going to happen? It's going to be a spiritual awakening. So now's the time for you. Now, we were talking about this last season. You need to choose so that spiritual version of you will be magnified. Choose a side now. Because when it shifts into Pisces, Christ consciousness is going to be on and popping. People are going to be waking up. A lot of people are going to be going to Christ, God, joining churches, everything. Because the trumpet is sounding. See, we thought it was going to be something literal. It's spiritual. So when that shift happens, you're going to hear that trumpet. And you have to decide. The shift is happening. It is happening. And you must align with it so that you can arise and shine. Things may not have happened the way you thought they were going to happen this year. That's okay. The shift is happening, though. Because this time, 2019, I had no idea I'd be in this experience where I'm at now in 2022. Okay? I had no idea. I was depleted. I was tired. But now I know why. That was the older version of me. My time was up. So now it's a new day. New dawn, a new day. My consciousness was uploaded. New consciousness, new way of thinking, doing, and being. And my whole world has gotten better. So I'm excited for each and every one of you who have been watching me for the last few years and who has answered the call, who has yielded and done what was necessary in their spirit to position yourself so that you can receive everything that has been promised to you. What was promised to you? Everything that you promised yourself when you was doing all that visualizing and affirming, and everything that spirit was downloading to you. So now it was downloading you so it could reprogram you to upload new consciousness. So whatever it is you had to go through, experience, get excited. Because if you're still here and you listen to my voice, this is you. Your new consciousness will be uploaded by the spring of 2023. It's going to happen. I'm a living witness. So hold on, my loves. Stand strong. Be encouraged. Because it's a new day and it's a new season for you. It's a new year. Oh, it's just an indicator in time. But I've just stopped by to tell you, it's a new day and a new season for you. I want to leave you guys with this right here. Reverend Ike, anything that you can actually think and feel you are worthy of must come to you. Let's sit in this for a minute. Anything that you can actually think and feel you are worthy of must come to you. It must. So if you feel like you're worthy of something, you deserve it, it must come to you. Good, bad, or ugly. So choose wisely now. So what have you been thinking about and feeling? What have you been actually thinking and feeling you're worthy of? Me, for many years, I just felt like I didn't deserve nothing. And that's what I got. But when I changed that, and now that I got this new consciousness, it can't even, I'm thinking about it. I have these little minuscule moments where self-doubt and everything come in, but then I'm like, why? I have a new consciousness. See, the older version of me would have broke the rules and would have yielded to that, and I would have destroyed everything that I have created for myself. So it required a new consciousness, a new way of thinking and doing, because when you have these experiences, you know what to do now. So there's no way I could ever go back. So in order for you to be successful, Spirit had to do that. And see, the thing is, you assisted with your miracle happening because you were doing the visualizations, the affirmations, the deep rooted, the deep seated program and all that. You were doing all what you needed to do. You were rewriting the script So once that testing and all that, we talked about that, success development life cycle, we talked about all those five. Maybe we'll do that too. Coming soon. I'll run those so you guys can see that. But you go through all of that. You are overwriting the script, reprogramming yourself. So when you did that, you allowed and positioned yourself for your consciousness to be uploaded to you. A new consciousness, Christ consciousness, because this is how Christ operates. Christ does not think about failure. Christ does not think about fear. Christ only exists in faith. So in order for you to operate as Christ and be a new creation, it requires that. Our firm decision is to work from this focus center. One man died for everyone. That puts everyone in the same boat. He included everyone in his death, so that everyone could also be included in his life, a resurrection life. A far better life than people ever lived on their own. See, when you start to partner up with Christ consciousness, you are a new creation in him. We say him. You are a new creation. So that older version had to die, and the new version is resurrected. That's the shift, baby. When you understand that, then you will rule and reign in your world. That's not being arrogant. That's you're operating as Christ, in God, as God. So anything that you can actually think and feel you are worthy of must come to you. So everything that you've been affirming and visualizing has been downloaded to you and up, and you're in a new level of consciousness. You'll know it. You'll be in a whole new world. It has to change. So if you've been moved and shifted and all that, you're going in the direction of what you've been visualizing and thinking and feeling you're worthy of. So don't be resistant to the change that's happening in your life. You can't. You did it. You can't blame nobody. So you be like, oh man, they done did this to me. I done did that. That's done happened. I done lost that. You ain't lost nothing. You did that because it's time for you to go into your new life. You can't put new wine in old wineskin. So that old wineskin had to go. The new level of consciousness, it has to be a space for it. It has to be swept clean for it to exist. So everything in your life has to be swept clean, no longer part of it. Some of y'all getting ready to get some new cars. I don't like to profit lie, okay? But because of what you've been doing, it's time for you to get new. Okay, I'm gonna share my testimony. Some of y'all know my little ride along mobile I had, the white Mercedes. Yeah. So I was like, okay. And it started giving me some trouble. Y'all know, because remember I had to get the loaner car and all that. So I was like, is it time for me to get a new car? I wasn't thinking about it. But I'll never forget. I was on the phone and I was screaming. And I was frustrated because the car was just giving me trouble. And it was just taking away all my little money. I was like, okay. So here's the thing. That new version of you won't tolerate any of it. You will decide and you will do what you need to do. So let me tell you what happened. So I decided, and I just started peeking around, just poking, right? Looking, just curious. And I was like, let me try. Now listen, when I did it, I didn't think it was going to happen. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, what y'all need? That? I can do that. So in the multitude of counselors, there's safety, right? So I'm sharing my frustration and my story to a wiser person, more experienced person. And he was like, do it. I was like, okay. And I did it. And he told me exactly what I need to do and all this stuff. Do it. Whatever he tells you to do it. Go with the flow. Be in joy. And know that this is your new life, that your new world is changing for you, that you are existing in your new world. Because why? Because you have new consciousness. It's been uploaded to you. So when you feel like, oh my God, I mean, see, my prayer has always been, God, just make it plain as day. So when I was going through that experience, let me see what time it is. I got 2 minutes. When I was going through that experience, I had this real bad headache, right? Real bad headache. And that's how I knew that something was being uploaded or downloaded. Either way, that's how I know it's in my head. And I was like, oh my God, my head won't stop hurting. It just won't stop hurting. And it was just and then the pain intensified so much. And then when I just relaxed and took a nap, when I woke up, I had a new consciousness. I know that's deep for some of y'all, but it's what happened. So you need to be sensitive to what's happening internally with you, because if you look, you guys have been doing a lot of work. So all that work, it has to happen. Anything that you can actually think and feel you are worthy of must come to you. I didn't think, but I knew I was worthy of a good car. I knew that I deserved a good car. I knew that the car that's being financed, I wanted to be with the right financing. I didn't want to be screwed anymore. Must come to you. Y'all should get very excited. Very excited. Okay. So it's been an interesting morning. I'm so glad. And it's always about, and then once I just relaxed, because, I'm Capricorn rising, so everything got to be right. Right. So I'm frustrated, a little angry. But once I took my deep breaths and got back to center, I said, you know what? It's all about the right time. And I know that this is the right time of the day where the right people are going to listen and see this episode, because it's going to help you to understand the shift that's happening and know when your world has changed. I knew my world was different when I walked out of that emergency room. I knew my world was different when I had to pack up and say, I'm going back home to Mississippi. I'm in a new world. It's changed. I'm in a kinder world, a more loving world. Why? Because anything that you can actually think and feel you are worthy of must come to you. See, the older version of Vanessa belonged in a world of chaos and confusion and hell and rejection and abuse. The newer version of Vanessa belongs in a world of love and kindness and favor and provision and substance and power and operating as God, in God, right? They are a new creation. You are a new creation. I am a new creation in Christ consciousness. So get very excited, my love, because it's your time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your wonderful word. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you guys for sharing. Hello. Thank you guys so much. Social media world, I see you. Thank you guys so much. And my wish for you is that as you cross over into a new year, that you understand that your way of thinking, being and doing must change. Why? Because of the work you've been putting in. Therefore, it must come to you. All the goodness must come, and it will come. So thank you guys so much again. We'll be coming back. So look out for the flyers. You'll see them. I want to wish all of you a wonderful, happy new year. May the peace, provision, and power and protection of Almighty surround you. May the provision flow into your life and overtake you with goodness. May you be surrounded with light and love and kindness. And may you stand tall. May you arise and shine, for your light has come. I'm Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. And until next time, Happy New Year, everybody. It's happening for you. Stay in love.
Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started.